Well, if you guys saw my video about the GTX 960, that's why I'm basically getting this graphics card, and just because I needed another one because I'm selling a computer. Anyways, it's a 1063 gigabyte, and it's the MSI Gaming X, so let's unbox it. So if you guys don't know anything about the GTX 1063 gigabyte, it's kind of honestly very confusing, so I mean it makes sense that you're kind of confused. So it has half of the VRAM that the GTX 1060 has, so this only has 3 gigabytes. So that's obviously a disadvantage. If you play games with a lot of textures and stuff like that and you really want to crank up settings, if you're running, you know, like 4K and stuff like that, you're going to run into issues with memory. So that's definitely a problem, but if you don't need like a lot of textures and stuff like that, it's a good way to cut down price. Also, they cut down the CUDA cores. I think it's by like 100 or something like that. It wasn't like a drastic drop down. I mean, it's not a GTX 1050 Ti, so it's not that slow, but it is cut down a little bit from the the regular 1060. So it's not just VRAM. They actually did cut down like the core count and or like the CUDA cores and all that jazzy fun stuff. I've unboxed 1060s in the past, so if you guys want to see those, check them out on my channel. But this was like only like 200 bucks, not a terrible deal. I kind of wanted to hold off for like, let's see, AMD's new chips that are coming out are Vega, I think. I was kind of hoping to hold out for that, but I kind of needed one because my GTX 960 is crapping itself. Anyways, so I got this to match my Ryzen stuff, so I like the fact that the MSI Dragon thing is RGB. The software I've used in the past, it's not fantastic. They might patch it, hopefully they already did, but last time I used it on my RX 480, I have the same cooler. You have to keep the software open to use RGB, which is kind of dumb. Also, this also does breathing effects, and this does too, and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I like that a lot. You can read that crap if you want. The gaming app is what I was talking about. You have to keep it open in order to use it. Let's see. Here's all the specifications if you want to see them. So yeah, fun, jazzy stuff. Let's see. It needs a 400 watt power supply. Cool. An 8-pin. And you need 350 megabytes of hard disk space. Whew, man, I don't know about you guys, but that, I mean, 350 megabytes? Pfft, really? Like, let's see. Play hard, stay silent. That's what I want, because man, my GTX 960 from Gigabyte, holy fucking shit is it loud. I hope they fix that shit, because those fans are ridiculous. All right, and I like the box of these MSI cards, honestly. But the main reason I'm getting this is because of the color. So let's see what the hell accessories this thing comes with. You get that, all right, cool. So it looks like we probably don't get a whole lot. No adapters, you just get the CD and you get a quick quick user guide. And now you get some stickers. That's cool, I suppose. So that's what you get accessory-wise. So let's get to the GPU. All right, nice packaging, MSI. I like that you guys got good packaging again. Thank you for choosing MSI product, cool. All right, let's check it out. This is probably gonna be really similar to, I've unboxed, MSI has been using this twin Frozer cooler for a long time. I still like it a lot, but it's kind of like, NVIDIA's, what is it, Founders Edition cooler, which is a reference cooler for, GTX cards. It's kind of like that. I mean, it's like the tried true design. It looks nice. I like it, especially if your system is rocking a red color scheme. Although you don't necessarily have to be red, because as you can see on the back plate, it's not just red, so it doesn't have to be red, but it's gonna fit a lot better in a red system, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a cool card. The fans turn off whenever you're not using them, if you want to see that. Fans stop spinning whenever it's not too hot, so that is a fantastic feature. I love that MSI. My GTX 960 does not have that feature, believe it or not, which is actually kind of uncommon for a GTX 960. Here's the display outputs. If you go kind of cheap on the GTX 960 or 1063 gig, I think they take off like the DVI port or something like that. But yeah, they mess it around a little bit, so you get display, HDMI, display, DVI, DVI-D, so just digital only. HDMI 2.0 should be, and then DisplayPort 1.3, I believe. So that's pretty good stuff. Like I said again, this stuff does light up. If you want to see the unboxing of my RX 480, basically has the same cooler, so you can see that in action. But that lights up, and you can set it to breathe, and you can set it to blink, I think, too, and stuff like that. This is RGB. This is not. So it kind of doesn't make sense. But I don't know, like RGB is kind of useless because it's a red card, but it's kind of cool, I guess. So you can't do RGB. But like I said, unless they patch the application, you have to keep the application open to keep that lighting effect. If you don't do that lighting effect, I think it's just white. But anyways, so yeah, it's still cool, I guess. But yeah, you got some heat pipes. 3 going away from the GPU, unless there's, oh, okay. 3 and then there's 2, so you got 5 of them, I guess. That's cool, nice. Very, very nice. So yeah, cool, fun stuff. You got some connectors. I like having the protectors. Good job, MSI. Really appreciate that. The fans look very nice. I hope they aren't loud as shit like my GTX 960. They're a lot bigger, and generally speaking, bigger fans are quieter. Just generally speaking, because they can run at lower RPMs. So yeah, what else do we got to say? There's some connectors for I bet you that's the LED, and I bet you that's the fan. I might be wrong, but I bet you that's what it is. Anyway, so there's a backplate. One reason I went with the GTX, I was gonna go with the 1050 Ti, believe it or not, but I saw they didn't come with a backplate, so I was like, oh snap, dude, I'm getting the GTX 1060, but I just got with the 3 GB because I don't really need that much power, honestly. I really don't play that many games, but I want my GPU to look good, if you guys know what I'm saying. So that's why I went with this one to get the backplate. Once again, backplates are not necessary. You don't have to get backplates. But if you want your system to look better, get a backplate, basically. And on top of that, I like backplates because like it's easy to just like wipe all the dust off here. You do got some holes here, of course, but I like that you can wipe the dust off a lot easier. There's the 8-pin power connector, so make sure your GPU has an 8-pin. If it doesn't have an 8-pin, you can get an adapter that makes 2 6-pins into an 8-pin. Once again, this one does not come with that adapter, so you'd have to buy it or steal it from Walmart or something. I don't know, but you'd have to have that, so keep that in mind. That's pretty much all I got to say about this thing. It looks like a good GPU. It's a good length, you know, pretty much average length GPU, in case you're wondering about that. So just compare it to every other GPU ever, pretty much. That's a regular length. So thank you guys for watching this unboxing video. Hopefully it was kind of helpful. I'll try to make it kind of quick, so I don't want to keep this going too much longer, but thank you guys for watching this video. Let me get some good shots to make a thumbnail, maybe. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and if you thought it was cool, drop a like on it. If you want to subscribe to the channel for more unboxings and chassis stuff like that in the future, and if you guys want a benchmark of this, comment in the comment section below and maybe I'll do a benchmark of it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Peace out.